You eat eggs because they're healthy, right? A great source of protein, vitamins, and good fats. A true superfood. But what if I told you that the way you're cooking, storing, or handling them could actually be hurting your health instead? One small mistake, and those nutrient-packed eggs could lose their benefits. Or worse, become a hidden health risk. In today's video, we're uncovering 5 common egg mistakes that could be sabotaging your health. And trust me, mistake number 4 is something 90% of people do, without even realizing it. So stick around until the end, because a simple fix can help you get the full benefits of eggs, without the hidden dangers. Let's get started. Mistake 1. Overcooking eggs. Robert, 76, had a morning ritual he never skipped. 2 fried eggs, cooked until the edges were crispy and golden brown. For decades, it was his go-to breakfast. But over time, he started noticing something strange. Digestive issues, bloating, sluggishness. At first, he thought it was just part of aging. But when a friend, who happened to be a retired nutritionist, asked him a simple question, everything changed. Do you know that overcooking eggs could actually be damaging your health? Robert was stunned. He always thought eggs were healthy, no matter how they were cooked. But after digging deeper, he discovered that the way you cook eggs makes all the difference. Why overcooking eggs is harmful. Eggs are packed with high-quality protein, vitamins, and antioxidants. But high heat can ruin all of that. Overheating eggs causes oxidation, breaking down cholesterol, and forming harmful compounds. Oxidized cholesterol has been linked to heart disease, inflammation, and even cognitive decline. Things seniors especially need to be careful about. Overcooking destroys essential nutrients like vitamin B12, which supports brain function, folate, important for cell growth, and antioxidants that protect your eyesight. And here's something shocking. That gray-green ring around an overboiled egg yolk? That's a sign that iron and sulfur have reacted, meaning the egg has been cooked too long, losing nutrients. Robert had been eating overcooked eggs for years, without realizing he was depriving his body of the very nutrients he thought he was getting. Simple fix: how to cook eggs the right way. The good news? You don't have to stop eating eggs. Just cook them smarter. Lower the heat. Instead of frying eggs at high temperatures, switch to low or medium heat to prevent oxidation. Soft scramble or poach. These methods help preserve nutrients without creating harmful compounds. Boil for just 6 to 7 minutes. This keeps the yolk creamy instead of overcooked and nutrient depleted. Avoid brown or burnt edges. That's a sign your eggs have been exposed to too much heat. Robert made one small change. He switched from high-heat frying to soft scrambling his eggs on low heat. And within just a few weeks, he noticed less bloating, more morning energy, no more sluggish digestion. It was a simple tweak, but it made a huge impact on his health. Eggs are only as healthy as the way you cook them. Lower the heat and keep the nutrients. Mistake 2. Eating raw or undercooked eggs. Margaret, 68, had always been mindful of her health. She exercised regularly, ate fresh foods, and believed in natural nutrition. So when she read about raw eggs being a nutritional powerhouse, she decided to add them to her diet. Every morning, she blended a raw egg into her smoothie, convinced she was fueling her body with pure protein, vitamins, and minerals in their most natural form. For months, she felt fine, until one morning, everything changed. She woke up with a stomach ache. Nothing alarming at first, just a bit of discomfort. But within hours, the pain intensified. Nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fever. Her body felt weak, dehydrated, and completely drained of energy. A trip to the emergency room confirmed the culprit: salmonella poisoning. Margaret was stunned. She had trusted the eggs she bought, never suspecting they could make her so sick. She had always heard that only bad eggs carried bacteria, but now she realized that even eggs that look fresh can harbor dangerous pathogens. She wasn't alone. Every year, thousands of people suffer from food poisoning caused by raw or undercooked eggs, and older adults are especially at risk. Why eating raw or undercooked eggs is harmful? Raw eggs might seem like the ultimate health food, but they carry hidden dangers, especially for seniors. Salmonella risk. Raw eggs can contain harmful bacteria that lead to severe food poisoning. For younger people, this might cause a few uncomfortable days, but for seniors, it can mean dehydration, hospitalization, or even life-threatening complications. Biotin deficiency. Raw egg whites contain avidin, a protein that binds to biotin and prevents the body from absorbing it. Biotin is essential for energy, metabolism, nerve function, and healthy skin, hair, and nails. Over time, a deficiency can lead to fatigue, muscle weakness, brittle nails, and even neurological problems. And here's something shocking. Cooking eggs destroys avidin, making biotin fully available for your body to absorb. That means eating raw eggs can actually rob you of nutrients, rather than boosting your health. Margaret had no idea that by eating raw eggs, she was getting less nutrition, not more. Simple fix: how to eat eggs safely. The solution is simple. Always cook your eggs. Scrambled, boiled, or poached eggs ensure that bacteria are killed while preserving their nutrients. If you love runny yolks, choose pasteurized eggs. These eggs are heat-treated to eliminate bacteria while keeping the yolks soft. Avoid homemade foods that contain raw eggs, like unbaked cookie dough, homemade mayonnaise, or salad dressings made with raw egg yolk. After her food poisoning scare, Margaret switched to cooked eggs. She realized that cooking doesn't take away the benefits. It actually makes eggs safer and easier for the body to absorb. Raw eggs aren't worth the risk, especially as you age. Cooking eggs doesn't destroy their nutrients, but it does protect your health. Make the switch today. Your body will thank you. Mistake 3. Storing eggs incorrectly. Where do you store your eggs? If your answer is in the fridge door, you're not alone. Most people do. It seems convenient, right? Just grab an egg quickly without having to move things around. But what if I told you that this simple habit is putting your health at risk? That egg tray in the fridge door may seem like the perfect place, but it's actually the worst possible spot. Here's why. Every time you open the fridge, the temperature in the door fluctuates. These frequent changes weaken the eggshell, making it easier for bacteria like salmonella to slip inside. You might not see a difference right away, but this one mistake can shorten the shelf life of your eggs and increase the risk of contamination. And if you're also leaving cooked eggs out at room temperature for too long, you could be making them a breeding ground for bacteria. Why storing eggs incorrectly is harmful. Eggshells might look solid, but they're actually covered in thousands of tiny pores. These pores allow air and moisture to pass through, which means that improper storage can cause faster spoilage. Temperature swings make eggs go bad faster, reducing their shelf life by several days. Higher risk of bacterial contamination. A weakened shell means bacteria like salmonella can penetrate the egg more easily. Odd-tasting eggs. Eggs absorb odors from nearby foods, which is why storing them next to onions or fish can change their taste. And what about cooked eggs? Many people leave them out for hours without realizing how quickly bacteria multiply at room temperature. Cooked eggs left out for more than 2 hours become a breeding ground for bacteria like E. coli and salmonella. If the room temperature is above 90 degrees, eggs can become unsafe in just 1 hour. Think about that next time you leave scrambled eggs sitting on the stove or pack a boiled egg in your bag without proper refrigeration. How to store eggs the right way. The good news: storing eggs properly is easy. Here's how. Store raw eggs in the back of the fridge, not the door. The back of the middle or lower shelf stays cold and stable, keeping eggs fresh longer. Keep eggs in their original carton. This helps prevent moisture loss and protects them from absorbing odors. Refrigerate cooked eggs within 2 hours. If you're not eating them right away, store them in a sealed container in the fridge. Use the water test to check for freshness. Fresh eggs sink to the bottom of a bowl of water and lay flat. Older eggs stand upright but are still safe to eat. Bad eggs float. Throw them out immediately. Label your eggs if you're meal prepping. Hard-boiled eggs should be eaten within 1 week, while cooked, scrambled, or fried eggs should be eaten within 3 to 4 days. Real-life example. Susan, 72, had always kept her eggs in the fridge door because that's where her mother stored them. One day, she cracked open an egg for breakfast and noticed a strange, sulfur-like smell. She checked the rest of the eggs in her carton and saw that some had tiny cracks in their shells. Not thinking much of it, she made her usual scrambled eggs. Hours later, she started feeling nauseous, weak, and feverish. A trip to the doctor confirmed it: salmonella poisoning. She had no idea that storing eggs in the fridge door had made them more vulnerable to bacteria. After recovering, she made one simple change. She started storing her eggs in the back of the fridge and always checking them with the water test before using them. Since then, she hasn't had another issue. Egg storage isn't just about convenience. It's about keeping your food safe and your body healthy. By making one small change in where and how you store your eggs, you can prevent bacterial contamination, extend their shelf life, keep your food tasting fresh. So today, take a moment to check your fridge, move your eggs to the back, use the water test, and store cooked eggs properly. A tiny habit shift can make a huge difference in protecting your health. Mistake 4. Using damaged or expired eggs. Evelyn, 74, had always believed that eggs were safe as long as they looked fine. One morning, she cracked an egg into her pan and noticed a faint sulfur-like smell. She hesitated but thought, "It's probably okay. If I cook it well, the heat will kill any bacteria." She had no idea that this one decision would put her in the hospital. A few hours later, nausea, cramps, and vomiting hit her hard. Weak and dehydrated, she struggled to recover. Her mistake? Ignoring the signs of a spoiled egg. And she's not alone. Millions of people unknowingly eat expired or damaged eggs every day, risking food poisoning, bacterial infections, and serious digestive issues. Why it's harmful: cracked eggs let bacteria in. Even hairline fractures allow salmonella and E. coli to slip inside, contaminating the egg from the inside out. Expired eggs contain harmful bacteria that cooking won't always kill. Spoiled eggs can cause food poisoning, leading to vomiting, diarrhea, and dehydration. Especially dangerous for seniors. Even if an egg looks fine, it could be unsafe to eat. The shell acts as a protective barrier, but the moment it's damaged, or the egg ages past its prime, it becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. And here's a shocking fact: most people don't check their eggs before cooking. They assume if there's no mold or discoloration, it's fine. That's a risky assumption. The hidden danger of cracked eggs. Many people assume tiny cracks are harmless, but even microscopic fractures can let in bacteria. If you find a cracked egg, throw it out immediately. Here's why. Eggshells are covered in tiny pores. If an egg gets cracked during transport, storage, or even in your fridge, bacteria can enter without you even realizing it. Once inside, bacteria multiply rapidly, especially if the egg is stored improperly or left out at room temperature too long. Cooking won't always kill bacteria that have penetrated the egg. Some bacterial toxins survive heat, meaning even a fully cooked egg can still make you sick. How to avoid this mistake? Check eggs before buying. Avoid cartons with cracks, leaks, or sticky residue. Even small cracks can let bacteria in. Use the water test before cooking. Fresh eggs sink to the bottom. Older eggs stand upright, but are still safe to eat. Bad eggs float. Throw them out. Trust your senses. If an egg smells bad, don't eat it. A cloudy egg white is another red flag. Store eggs properly. Keep them in their original carton in the back of the fridge, not in the door. Eat eggs before they expire. Hard-boiled eggs last up to 7 days, while raw eggs should be eaten within 3 to 5 weeks of purchase. Real-life example. John, 77, made eggs for breakfast daily. One morning, he cracked an egg and noticed a slightly cloudy egg white. It smelled a little off, but he figured, if I cook it well, it'll be fine. By that evening, he was battling nausea, stomach cramps, and chills. His doctor confirmed he had ignored the warning signs of a bad egg. After that, John started testing his eggs before cooking and storing them properly. He hasn't had an issue since. Evelyn and John's experiences are a wake-up call. Bad eggs equal bad health. Always check, test, and trust your senses before cooking. One bad egg can ruin your entire day, or worse. Proper storage and simple testing can prevent unnecessary illness. A quick check today can save you from days of misery later. Don't take the risk. Be smart with your eggs. Mistake 5. Cooking eggs with unhealthy oils. Frank, 78, had been frying his eggs in vegetable oil for years, thinking it was a heart-healthy choice. Every morning, he'd heat his pan, pour in canola oil, and crack his eggs into the sizzling grease. But as the years passed, his body started to change. He felt more sluggish, his joints ached, and his cholesterol numbers kept climbing. Even though he thought he was eating a healthy diet, his doctor told him inflammation was the issue, but Frank never suspected his cooking oil could be to blame. Then, he attended a senior health seminar and learned the truth. The oils he was using were actually damaging his heart and brain. Why? It's harmful vegetable oils, canola, soybean, corn oil, oxidize at high heat, releasing harmful free radicals that cause inflammation, speed up aging, and increase disease risk. Margarine contains trans fats, one of the worst ingredients for clogging arteries, raising bad cholesterol, and increasing the risk of heart attacks. These unstable oils create toxic compounds when heated, which have been linked to arthritis, heart disease, and memory loss. Oxidized oils weaken cells, making it harder for your body to fight disease. The shocking truth? Many people believe vegetable oil is healthy because of clever marketing, but studies show that these oils are linked to a higher risk of obesity, diabetes, and even Alzheimer's. How processed oils harm your body. Most people don't realize that common cooking oils go through harsh chemical processing before they even reach your kitchen. Here's what happens behind the scenes. The oil is extracted at high temperatures, destroying natural nutrients. It's refined with chemicals to remove odors and improve shelf life. The final product is highly unstable. When you heat it in your pan, it breaks down into toxic byproducts. When you cook eggs in these oils every day, you're adding inflammation to your diet without even knowing it. This is why many seniors struggle with joint pain, brain fog, and digestive issues, symptoms of a diet high in oxidized oils. Simple fix: the right oils for cooking eggs. The good news? A simple oil swap can protect your health. Choose stable, heart-friendly fats. Butter, natural, packed with vitamin A and healthy fats. Extra virgin olive oil, loaded with antioxidants and protects the heart. Coconut oil, supports brain health and metabolism. Avocado oil, high smoke point, perfect for frying eggs safely. Use low to medium heat when cooking eggs to preserve nutrients and prevent oxidation. Avoid margarine and vegetable oils completely. They do more harm than good. The difference a simple swap can make. Mary, 75, had been cooking with vegetable oil for years. She started feeling bloated after meals, and her cholesterol numbers kept creeping up. Her doctor suggested switching to olive oil and butter. Within weeks, she noticed less bloating and better digestion, more energy throughout the day. Lower cholesterol at her next checkup. Frank made the switch too. After years of joint pain and stiffness, he stopped using vegetable oil and switched to avocado oil. Within weeks, his energy levels improved, his digestion was smoother, and even his doctor noticed the difference. The oil you cook with matters just as much as the food itself. Unhealthy oils fuel disease, while healthy fats protect your heart, brain, and joints. Bad oils mean more inflammation, aging, and disease. Healthy fats mean more energy, better digestion, and stronger health. One simple swap can change everything. Make the switch today. Your body will thank you. The way you prepare eggs can either boost your health or slowly harm it. But the good news? Small changes make a big difference. Let's quickly recap the 5 mistakes to avoid. Overcooking eggs. High heat destroys nutrients and creates harmful compounds. Cook on low heat to keep eggs healthy. Eating raw eggs increases the risk of salmonella and blocks biotin absorption. Always cook your eggs thoroughly. Storing eggs incorrectly. Keep them in the main fridge compartment, not the door, to prevent bacteria growth. Using expired or cracked eggs. Always check freshness using the water test. If an egg floats, it's time to throw it away. Cooking with unhealthy oils. Vegetable oils release harmful free radicals when heated. Use butter, olive oil, or avocado oil instead. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which mistake surprised you the most? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And if you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a senior health tip. Your health is in your hands. So, let's start making better choices today.